there, it's Samantha. So today I'm coming to you with an unhaul video, and I actually really like doing unhaul videos. I like to get rid of my books like when I know I'm not going to read them or I hated them. Before I get into it, I just want to say that I unfortunately cannot give away these books, so before you ask, no, I'm not going to be giving these books away, that I can't like give it to you guys. I wish I could, but there are way too many books here, and also I am a student, so I cannot afford to be shipping books out to everyone, so that's not happening. This, and I'm really sorry for my appearance right now and the terrible quality, but I just want to pop on here really quickly just to say that I originally was going to take these books down to the charity shop, but I've actually decided to set up a Depop shop, so my username on that is SammyK98. I'll link down below, but please never call me Sammy. It's like a joke with my family, so like a lot of my usernames are SammyK98, but like don't call me Sammy. It's not my name. Anyway, but yes, my shop name is SammyK98. I will leave a link down below, and I've put most of these books on there. I still have a few more to put up. I'm offering international shipping. It is quite expensive, but if you really want some of these books, like in a British edition or whatever, feel free to buy them if you want to. The prices are negotiable, and so are the shipping costs, because I've done kind of more of the expensive shipping because it's like tracked. But if you want to do untracked and like second class postage, we can sort it out, and I can make it cheaper. But we will still like be in accordance to the Royal Mail like guidelines of how much the shipping costs. So yeah, I'm not just gonna like be like, oh yeah, you can I'll ship it for 50p, because like no, I'm trying not to go like spend my own money in sending these off. The cheapest books on there are £1, and the most expensive books on there are £5, and there are a couple of bundles which are more than that, but typically the books are pretty cheap and price is negotiable. So if you want to buy any of these books, feel free to go and check out my Depop shop, link down below. I also just wanted to put a quick disclaimer out there that like if I'm getting rid of your favorite book, I'm sorry, it's not any comment on you, it's just because I personally did not like that book. We have different opinions. It's okay. So I have nearly 40 books to talk about, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get on into it. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this quickly and do less explanation. So the first book I'm getting rid of it's this DIY nail art book. The person who does these designs actually has a YouTube channel, which is Totally Cool Nails. I used to be really into nail art, and I used to use her channel all the time. So a lot of these designs are already on her YouTube channel, if not all of them. So I just have no reason to keep this. Also, I just never do nail art anymore. I'm also going to be getting rid of this cookbook, which I actually just got for my birthday, like my most recent birthday. But I've tried quite a few recipes out of it, and I haven't really enjoyed any of them that much. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. And the final book that I'm getting rid of, which isn't like a fiction book, which I just don't need, is this book, which is Can You See What I See? And it's the Night Before Christmas edition. This is like an I Spy book thing, and I just haven't done one of these since I was about 8, so I don't even know why I still have this, but this can go. Now moving on to other books. So the first 4 books I'm getting rid of are all part of a series, and those are The Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, The Death Cure, and The Kill Order, all by James Dashner. I read the first 2 books a while ago, and I enjoyed them, but they weren't that great and they were a bit confusing. And then I heard that this book just doesn't clear anything up, and it's supposed to be the finale, so yeah. And I really like the movies, so I'm just never gonna get to these books. Recently it's come to light that James Dashner is a bit of a trash human. I think he assaulted someone. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that some news came out about him that he was a trash person, so don't want to support him anymore. The next book I'm getting rid of is Getting Coal for Christmas by Kimberly Craig. I was way too old for this book, so getting rid of that. The next book I'm getting rid of is one that I absolutely hated. I think it was my least favorite book of last year, and that was Metaltown by Kristen Simmons. This book sucked. Next, I'm getting rid of Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I only gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars, and the cover is absolutely beautiful, but I do not have any space to keep books that are only like 3-star books, so this is going. The next book I'm getting rid of is another 3-star book, which like it was okay, but I'm just never gonna reread it, and I don't have the space for it, and that is It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne. The next is another book that I didn't like, and that is The Girls by Emma Cline. I only gave this 2 stars. Another 2-star book is The Power by Naomi Alderman. I just really didn't like this. It put me into a reading slump, so that can go too. The next book I'm getting rid of is actually, I'm only getting rid of it because I have another copy, and I received this as a gift because the person didn't realize that I already had a copy, and I'm too much of an awkward human to be like, thanks, but I already own this. So instead I just kept it, and I didn't tell him that I already owned it. Anyway, but that is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I'm still gonna read this book. I actually own it. You're actually sitting on top of it. But the copy that I already owned had bonus content, so yeah, I'm getting rid of this one because it doesn't have any bonus content and I don't need it. The next 3 books I'm getting rid of are all by the same author, and that is The Siren, The Heir, and The Crown, all by Kiera Cass. These 2 are part of the Selection series. They're the last 2 books that follow the daughter of 2 characters, and the daughter sucks, and these books suck. So goodbye. And this book just was like a 3-star book, and I don't really know why I held on to it. The next 2 books I'm getting rid of are both part of a series, and those are The Unbecoming and The Evolution of Mara Dyer, both by Michelle Hodkin. I read this book and I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars, and I just really don't think I'm ever going to continue on with this one. And also I've heard that the 3rd book sucks, so I just think that this series isn't going to be for me. I'm not like dying to know what happened. So the next 3 books I'm getting rid of are also a trilogy. I'm not going to reread them, and that is the Fifth Wave trilogy by Rick Yancey, which consists of The Fifth Wave, The Infinite Sea, and The Last Star. So they were like okay books. I actually really enjoyed The Infinite Sea, but I'm kind of over the whole alien dystopian thing, so yeah, I'm never going to reread these. I hated the love interest and I hated the ending, so these books are going. The next book I'm getting rid of is just a book that I didn't really like that much, and it's also like a Christmassy book, so you can only read it once a year, and that is I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is a collection of short stories and poems by a bunch of UK YA authors. The next book I'm getting rid of, I actually have no idea why I even have this, and that is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. The next book I'm getting rid of is one that I picked up at a charity shop ages ago because I heard a bunch of hype around it, and that is Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. I've heard mixed reviews about this, and I just don't think I'm ever going to get to it. The next 2 books I'm getting rid of are 2 books that I bought one day in a charity shop because they were 2 for £1, and I thought I would read them, but I'm just never going to. And that is Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud by Ben Sherwood and The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I've seen the movie of this, so I'm never gonna read this book, and I might watch the movie of this, which I know, like, terrible person, but I can't be bothered. The next book I'm getting rid of is The Accident Season by Moira Fowley Doyle. This was getting so much hype back in 2014, which is when I like first joined BookTube, so I was in that phase where I just wanted to buy all of the books, so I really thought I would get to it, but I started it a while ago and I just couldn't get into it, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. The next book I'm getting rid of, I don't want to get rid of it because it's a John Green book, but I've heard that it is the worst John Green book, so there's just no point in me holding on to it, and that is An Abundance of Catherines. I've just heard that this is the worst John Green book, and I've heard that it's really boring, so I'm never gonna read it. I've had it for like 3 years and I still haven't picked it up. It's time for this book to go. The next one I'm getting rid of is one which is by a trash author. She writes terrible books which are very problematic, and that is Slammed by Colleen Hoover. I'm never gonna read it because her books are trash. The next book that I'm getting rid of is Tease by Amanda Maciel. I've read some reviews that say it's trash, so yeah, and I started reading it and I really couldn't get into it, so goodbye. The next book I'm getting rid of is one that I'm just never gonna read, and that is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. This was my sister's and she doesn't want it back, so I'm just getting rid of it. The next 5 books are all part of a series, and I thought I was gonna read them, but I'm never gonna read them. So yes, that is, I for some reason have 2 copies of Glass Houses, which is the first book in the Morgan the Vampire series by Rachel Kane. So I'm getting rid of both of these because I'm just never gonna read them. And I also have the 2nd book, the 3rd book, and the 12th book in the series because this was actually my sister's copy, which she got signed. But yeah, that's the only reason I planned to read the books, was because my sister used to enjoy them, but she said that they're actually really trashy, so I just don't think I'm ever gonna be in the mood to read some trashy vampire books. And finally, the last book I'm getting rid of is The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is the kind of companion sequel to My Life Next Door, and I really enjoyed that book, but I tried reading this a while ago and I just couldn't get into it. So these are all of the books that I'm getting rid of, but that's going to be all for today's video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. You can click that button and subscribe, and then you'll see my videos whenever they come out. If you want to be notified whenever I post a video, you can click that bell icon, because I know that YouTube is sometimes not great at sending it to subscription boxes. Yeah, feel free to click that icon if you want to be notified every time I post. If you hated any of these books, let me know down below. If there's anything that you think I should definitely keep, let me know, but I probably will have already got rid of them by the time I post this, but you know, you never know. I upload videos on Mondays and Fridays, but now that it's summer, it might be more frequent, who knows. So I will see you on Monday with another video. Bye! Ah! I can't cover the camera! Oh my god. We're just gonna pretend like I did the whole cover thing that I do every time because I can't reach.